What is going on, guys? My name is AK, back again with another YouTube video. Now in today's video we'll be doing some upgrades to my PC. Now I've had this PC since about September or so 2019, so coming up for about a year and a half or so, and well, safe to say it's in need of some upgrades. Now, as many of you know, I play Call of Duty competitively, and so making sure I can get at least 144 FPS to match my monitor, and also being able to stream and record videos is very important for me and the channel. So I decided that I'd invest a bit of money, do some upgrades, and I think what we've got today's video should be very interesting. Now, before we get into it, I know some of you are going to be wondering how on earth I managed to get an RX 6800 and a 5600X processor. Now, I got them off overclockers here in the UK. I will admit I did pay a bit more than retail, especially for the graphics card, but also for the processor. So, yeah, really, I was just keeping an eye on the stock, and the moment there was some, I bought them. But yeah, if you're looking to try and get some and the stock is low, I guess just wait. I think there is more stock coming, hopefully sometime soon. But with that said and done, it's time to upgrade the PC. So as of recording, I have actually already upgraded the graphics card, but if you can see on screen, here is my old graphics card. It's an RX 580. I have had this for quite a while. I bought it from new when I actually built my PC 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, and the ridiculous state of the graphics card market is now that I've got it up on eBay used after a year and a half, and it's already going to sell for more than what I bought it for new. But yeah, we took that out and we've replaced it with the 6800, which is a beautiful card. It's the Sapphire one, and I think it looks really nice. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with RGB like the last one did, but I'm willing to sacrifice a bit of RGB for miles better performance. And I've been playing with it for the past couple of days, and I have to say, I'm really liking it. It's working very well. I can get a consistent 144 FPS, and yeah, it's looking good. Now, also, before I swapped it out, I did take a little sort of benchmarking Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War just to sort of see how the game was running, and I was averaging between 70 and 90 FPS, I'd say, for the most part on that card. And with this new one, it's up to 144 in 1440p as well. I upped the quality as well, just to actually make the graphics card work better. Seems strange, but the higher quality you play in, the higher the card actually performs. I think because 1080p is generally restricted by the CPU. But so I did that, and then I'm getting, yeah, I'm maxing out 144. If I leave it just to run like without a frame rate cap, it probably goes up to maybe 160, 170. So definite massive improvement there. Now, swapping out the graphics card was actually pretty simple. You just pull one out and stick the next one back in. There's no changes that you need to make. I did actually have to add an extra power cable in for my power supply, because this is a 2x8 pin, whereas the RX 580 was a 1x8 pin. So yeah, we just had to put another one of those in. But other than that, putting in that graphics card couldn't have been easier. Now, the CPU came today, which is a Ryzen 5 5600X, and getting this in the PC isn't going to be as easy. There's a few extra bits that we need to do, but I still don't think it'll be too hard. So step number one that I've actually already done is updating the BIOS. So if you don't know, I have a B450 motherboard, an Asus ROG Strix one, a very good motherboard, but the 5000 series chips don't actually come out of the box supported with this motherboard, but you can update the BIOS and they work fine. So to do that, we just open the BIOS, and Asus has this little feature called Easy Flash, and basically you can update the BIOS without any USBs, any hard drives, anything like that. You just go into the BIOS, you update over the internet, it downloads, sorts it all out, and then you just have to go back through the BIOS and change your settings once it's done. That took maybe 5-10 minutes, and yeah, very easy. Now, one other thing I do just want to mention is out of the box, this actually comes with the Wraith cooler, but when I bought my Ryzen 7 2700X, I actually got an RGB Spire cooler, I believe it's called. Essentially, I think it's just a bit of a better cooler, the older one. So what I'm actually going to do is actually going to keep that. I'll take this processor out, put it in this box, and then maybe resell it with the other cooler. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the cooler. Plus, this one has got RGB, so I think I'll keep this one for now. So that's said and done. All that's left to do is get it installed in the PC, and then we'll run a few benchmarks, just try a few things, and see how good this chip is. So to start with, we cleared some space on the desk just to give us some room to work. We laid the PC case actually down on its back. This just makes changing it a bit easier. And there, we pulled off the CPU cooler. Took a little while, a bit more fiddly than I first thought, but yeah, as you can see, here's the old processor. So we've taken that out and just left that to the side. Don't want to damage the pins because we want to keep this nice and safe, and in with the new processor. As you can see, clip that nice in there. Bit of thermal paste is always good. That looks about right. Now time to throw on the old cooler and hope it works. New CPU installed, that's what we like to see. So we're going to go into the BIOS, just change a few bits, the memory frequencies, do a slight little overclock on the chip out of the box, and hopefully it'll all boot up great. So we managed to get the GPU and the CPU installed now, so it's all ready, it's good to go, and I have to admit, from the little bit of editing and stuff that I've done now, it's working great. So I've decided the best way to test this will probably actually to do a stream, because this is the one thing that has kind of challenged sort of my setup so far, being able to stream and play the game at a high resolution, high refresh rate at the same time without it getting very sort of stuttery and jittery. So I think the best way to do that is to do a stream. So I've decided that sometime this week, definitely before Saturday, or if not on Saturday for the 2K, the European Call of Duty Cup, I'm going to throw up a stream and hopefully everything will be working fine. But in terms of functionality, it's all working, and yeah, I can't wait to play a bit of Call of Duty tonight on this new machine. So that is about it for today's video. Hopefully you guys found it very interesting. If you did, be sure to drop a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Even if you're into computers, or if you're into competitive Call of Duty, or whoever you are, I'm sure there'll be something on my channel that you're going to find interesting. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.